Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome, I'm LordSpinkingHam and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the pacifier in Rave In Redwoods. Now this is actually 1 out of 10 items you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there, wrapped around, well, on the piece of string. And basically all of these items have their own set of requirements. They each have their own unique abilities and their own unique audios. So I'm going to be doing one video for each item because otherwise it would be a very long video. Now, anyway, moving on. Actually finding the pacifier itself, each item has 2 locations. Now the first location for the pacifier is up in the cabins. You'll see it just laying there in the floor in the shower room. Now the second location is down on the lake by the beach. A lot of these can be really tricky to find, but as you can see this one's nice and obvious, bright pink, just sitting there in the sand. Now they're your 2 locations, and what you want to do is, for the tutorial, you're supposed to use your fairy dust. You have fairy vision and you go into this room and you'll see this blue glow on the side. It's always in that same location and you just have to put the item down. You will then get trapped in the room. As you can see, the doors have been blocked off with an invisible force field and you have to get 16 kills of any kind, be it apes or zombies, and as soon as you've got those 16 kills it will then let you out of the room. Now there is actually a nice little trick to this. Once you know the actual way to do this pretty well, you don't even need to use the actual fairy dust. You can just place it down without using fairy dust, get your 16 kills, and pretty simple. You don't have to use your fairy dust, which can be a real pain sometimes as it can be very visually overwhelming. So as you can see, getting that 16th kill, the doors are going to open up. I haven't had to use the fairy dust and I can just pick up my item straight away. Now what does this item actually do? It attaches itself to your weapon as a keychain, you can see at the bottom of the screen, and this one actually causes zombies half of their health when they hit you. So if they hit you twice, they're gonna die. It's really simple. As you can see here, I'm putting a couple bullets into them because it is only round 7, and then their second hit just takes the rest of the half of their health. Now I know this is only round 7, so you may be thinking maybe it's a 2-hit kill now and not later on, but it is actually in fact a 2-hit kill at any point. As you can see, I'm on round 16 and they're still doing 2-hit kills. It's especially brilliant for those crawlers when you're camping, and they can be a bugger when you don't want to be aiming down. Now as you can see with the apes, it doesn't work. You can tell when it's working, guys, because the crosshair comes up on your screen indicating when an enemy is taking damage. Now with the fairy dust vision, this is especially brilliant. It causes double damage and it actually just outright kills any zombie that hits you when you have the pacifier. Especially brilliant for those clutch situations, getting trapped. But other than that, I'm going to leave you with the audios now. Check out GREGFPS, his channel will be in the description down below. I'm not really going to touch up on the storylines, I'm just going to show you the audio, but he's going to be doing a few storyline videos of his own. But other than that, have an absolutely awesome day.
My mother died when I was 6 years old. Her funeral would be the first and last time I'd ever see my father cry. Hiding behind his work, my life was managed by him from afar via a series of checklists and a small team of round-the-clock caretakers. In a state of rebellion, I said yes to Matthew, knowing my father wouldn't approve, but I didn't care. I wanted my own life, not the one my father had so carefully constructed for me. Marrying Matthew meant I could break free of the shackles of my father. Or so I thought. I nearly walked out of my own wedding and just eloped. Just prior to our wedding day, Matthew had told me that my father demanded he take our last name and that he would break us up if he hadn't. I was furious, but Matthew told me not to fret over it, and that he kind of liked the idea. My father's company was going under, and he wouldn't listen to anyone, not even me. Travis had warned him, but he didn't care. My father would rather watch it all burn than be sold to someone else. I knew I had to go my own way, and allow him to go his. His legacy was his own, not mine to maintain. With Matthew and I both ready to venture into something of our own, we set forth with a plan to establish our own film company. Within a couple of months, we were financed, and everything was ready to move forward. I knew breaking the news to my father wasn't exactly going to be easy, but the Band-Aid had to come off. The scolding we received after we told him about the company was terrifying. He accused us of betraying him and cursed us both out. I had never once in my life seen my father so violently angry. He stormed out of the theater, screaming incoherently. When we arrived in the Redwoods film, the shock nearly killed me. I couldn't believe my own father had sold his soul and cast Matthew and I away into the oblivion of this film. We sought refuge on an island and pled with the man on the island to help us, but he turned us away. When I was first attacked, Matthew tried to stop him, but he was too strong for either of us. I tried to get away, but it tore into my flesh with its blade. My last thoughts were of my husband and the child I had yet to tell him we had conceived. I'm so very sorry, Matthew. I love you.